Happy Friday, to everyone, and
Exactly.
welcome to our Friday night live with my BFS. My name is Veronica Ramos, and for tonight, I will be your host. And it's always an honor and a privilege to share these go lives with my beautiful BFS. Before I pass the baton, let me just introduce myself a little bit. I'm Veronica Ramos. I'm originally from Mexico. I am a grandmother, a mother, and a fur mom. I still work full time as an operations manager. And like my beautiful business partners, we are proud business owners. And today we're going to be talking about goal settings. But before we go there, Heidi, can you introduce yourself, please?
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Happy Red Night Day or Red Night and Day, right? Wherever it is. Yes, hello. My name is Haiti, and I am a wife. I am a stepmom, a grandma. Call me Lola, and
Oh,
also a full time healthcare worker and a proud digital business owner. And also, I'm originally from the Philippines, but now I live here in Ontario, Canada.
thank you. And believe me, we did not coordinate this. We just happened
It
that
just so
we
happened,
showed up
right?
and it's like, oh, we're all wearing red
I
because
know.
we're getting ready for Valentine's Day next month. Beth?
Hello, everybody. Good evening to all of you from our side of the world. No, we did not talk. Actually, I was giggling the entire time because we're all wearing red. I guess we're starting to get ready for Valentine's Day, huh?
Yes.
My name is Elizabeth. To those of you who haven't seen me or asked for the ever. I am half of Leonard and Elizabeth Digital Marketing. My husband is my partner, Leonard. We're also both originally from the Philippines, and Leonard works as a full time nurse. I also work full time in the client services sector, and now we live in British Columbia in Canada. I am a wife. I am a fur mom to an almost 6-year-old miniature
Oh my
poodle.
God.
Yeah, I know, right? She's turning 6 next week. So it'll be her
Wow.
birthday soon when we're all
Oh, another
excited.
celebration.
Yeah, it
Wow.
will be a celebration to spoil
She's
her again.
beautiful. Yeah, she's beautiful. Raven is beautiful.
Oh,
And
thank
I,
you.
and,
Back.
and I
Yeah.
forgot to say, I'm originally from Mexico, but at heart, I guess I'm Filipino.
Right.
With that said, we decided to kind of share with everybody tonight, our goals, what goal settings have we planned or have you planned, whether you're going to do that on your personal, professional, and business. So before we ask the first question, uh, who's going to go first? I guess we'll go with Elizabeth. Can
Okay.
answer the first question that we have is how do you approach setting personal goals while maintaining that work-life balance? Because we all have 24 hours, but it's how do we balance it so we don't feel overwhelmed and we can still function and enjoy life?
Yeah, this is a very good question, actually. Approaching and setting personal goals and maintaining work-life balance. It's a mouthful, like
Mhm.
literally a mouthful. It as you said, we all have 24 hours. And when you work full time, like I do, uh, you know that 8 hours. They say you have eight, the triple eights, 8, 8, 8, right? So when you work full time, you have 8 hours of work that's allocated to that. Who here can sleep for 8 hours? That would be such a blessing if
I
you
know.
actually have
Wow.
8 hours to sleep.
Sleep.
And then the rest of the 8 hours, you either spend with your family, your personal maintenance, and your family and friends, right? Before I go on, hello, watcher. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. How do I do that? So I make sure that I prioritize. I list down the things that are important to me, and I actually just list them down initially raw, just so that I know that these are the ones that are important to me. And then I actually, it's very important for me to make a schedule, to create a schedule, because as I've said, we only have 24 hours. You have to make sure that that I plan my goal according to what will fit in there. The third one is I need to make sure that I actually set boundaries. Now, I probably will talk a little bit about that later because that's the one thing that I'm kind of working on and I will be working on this year. So that's how I actually approach setting goals every year.
That's
Over
wonderful,
to
Beth.
you.
That's wonderful. And I think that's important, that find what works for you, to find the personal goals on how to do the work-life balance, because what works for Elizabeth may not work for me. So I have to find in the dynamics of the family that you have, whether you
Mhm.
have small kids, older children, fur babies, kind of incorporate all that. So with that said, Heidi, how about you, Lola?
Um, yes. For me, like for example, yeah, like Elizabeth said, it's a mouthful. Like we have our um 9 to 5 job, like it's a daily job, and also we are a mom, a grandmother, we are a wife, and so we have all those responsibilities, and also this our digital business owner. So we are a strategist, we market and everything, and that's what really good about our digital business is we have the automation, so it makes it a lot easier for us to manage this things, because if you do it on your own, it's gonna be really hard and tough, and you will decide to quit because you cannot catch up on it. So I think for me it's the same thing. List your goals. I always start with your priorities, right? Like Elizabeth said,
Mm.
it's set your priorities, your number one goal on what you're going to do for the day, for the week, for the month. And it's when you're thinking about it, it's really hard, but when you are very consistent and you think of the reason why you're doing it, I think it still will make it easier. And also, it's not about when you set goals and you did not accomplish them, or you did not do it, or you failed on doing that. It's not about the perfection. It's about,
Mm.
when you create the balance between your uh, being a housewife, a work, a digital business owner, and you work that into a harmony. Then I think you will find a way to you will find a way that they will complement with each other, so it will make it easier for you to go and reach your goals. And I think
That
that's
is so true. That is so true. Because I think that we get into the mindset, oh my God, I didn't accomplish it. But even the fact that you're trying to, what is it, accomplish that goal, I think that that's already like a win-win for you to have that mindset that at least
yes,
you know what you want, those goals that you want to set. And sometimes also you have to be realistic with those goals. And that's what I do myself, is like, is this achievable? I'm not going to
mhm,
lose 40 pounds in 1 week. So I got to start, with small
habits.
progress,
Yeah,
have maybe
Yes,
walking, maybe incorporated 10 minutes of
yeah,
a walk a day, then
yeah,
15 minutes, then 20 minutes, and so forth and so forth. So just having that objectivity in small increments.
yeah,
I have
yes.
a good friend of mine who used to say, "Don't try to eat the elephant at once. Nibble the ear, nibble the other ear, then
yeah,
the trunk, then the other leg." And it's
That's
like,
a good
and
way
yeah,
of saying it.
I
Yes,
yeah,
thought that
exactly. Yeah,
yeah.
that's not healthy either.
so let's go to the next question, and I guess we'll go the other way around at this time. We'll start with Heidi. Um, what are some of the biggest mistakes that you have made in settings, and what valuable lessons did you learn from them? I have many
Uh,
of this, but go
I
first.
have I have many of them. I think it's for me is the lack of consistency, like
Okay.
procrastination. Because even if you set your goals, you write it down, and then you're like, oh, I'll do this one later, and then you went to the easiest part, and then when you go start the main one, you said, oh, can I just do this later? Or it's It's even with the cleaning of the house, which one would you priority, doing laundries and stuff like that. It drives you crazy when you, instead of just thinking about it, just stand up and go for it, right? And it's,
Yeah.
I think for me, that's the one thing that I'm going to work on is the procrastination, and also my fear of failure. Like I'm afraid that if I'm going to do this, what if I failed, or what if I'm gonna be embarrassed? But I'm looking at as this way, as a break. You are stop doing that, because and then you have to go approach it in a different way, and then the other way could be even better than the original that you planned on how to do it. So I think it's rerouting your on how you approach your goals or setting your goals is important. You don't have to go it directly, and then you have to accept that it's not perfect. It's
Yeah.
you miss and you hit and miss, and sometimes it's perfect, sometimes you have to redo it. So I think accepting that you fail at times, but just look at it as God is redirecting you to a better way of attaining your goal. So that's it
That's so
for, yeah,
true.
for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. How about you,
Yeah,
Elizabeth?
redirection is not always fun. Sometimes it actually hurts. My biggest mistake is overcommitting. I
Mm-hmm.
love having a full to-do list. And
Oh,
then at the end of the day, I won't be able to finish them. And it's the same with my goal setting. I just get so excited. That's why now what I do is I list down all the priorities
yeah.
that I think are the priorities. And then I actually pare them down. What is really the most important thing? And realistically, what is going to fit in my schedule? Because
Mhm.
I work full time. I also have my family scattered all over the world. I like to make time for them as
For
well.
them.
I like to go on dates with my husband. I enjoy doing that. And of course, we have our digital business that we need to actually put our time and effort to.
Yeah.
And all of that actually takes a lot of physical, mental, even emotional, and spiritual away from us, right? And so if I overcommit, I find that at the end of the week I feel so drained. I
Mm-hmm.
feel so kind of like empty. And so I make it a point too now that I actually have one day where I detach myself from everything. I schedule my post ahead
Yeah.
of time, as a social media marketer. I have to schedule my post and then just take that day to just rest, to relax, and recharge. And then I come back fully charged the following week. So
Mhm.
overcommitting is actually my biggest issue that I need to work on.
And I think that it's not only you, Beth, but I think that a lot of individuals sometimes uh, we overcommit ourselves, and sometimes it's difficult, especially if it's a family member or a friend. You have your
Mhm.
schedule already planned, and then they call, "Hey, can you go out or something?" And I think to learn that balance, that sometimes it's okay to say no. I
Yes.
would love to, but I'm very booked this afternoon. Sorry. I apologize because I used to overcommit myself and like bed, sometimes I have a schedule of this. I have to do this. I have to fit in the improv, and then your goal that you have for the day, it just poof goes out the window because you allowed all these other improv take over
Yeah.
your life, and learning to sometimes say no. It's okay to say no. Is it a priority? Is it, can I wait for tomorrow? So you have to make those decisions when you make those goal settings. And the goal settings, like I was mentioning, is make them smart goals. Can you measure them? Are you being realistic on your goals that you set up? Because if you don't, then you just are discouraging yourself.
Yeah.
So instead of saying, I'm going to read a book in a month, maybe it's let me read one page each night before I go to bed or early in the morning.
Hmm.
Each, because that's kind of doable instead of saying I'm going to finish this book in a month. You have to kind of, what can
Mm.
you do or what can you fit and not overextend yourself.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next question.
Okay. So before I go to the next question, I would just like to say hi to hubby's watching. Hello, Leonard. Hello, Beth.
Is he not
Yes, we
working?
are live. He's off work. Hi,
Oh,
hi, Beth. Beth is actually watching from Georgia. Did I say it right? Is that
Yeah,
the right state? Okay,
yes.
sorry. I don't know my states very well. Hi, Beth. Thank you so much for
Thank you for your
watching. We
support.
appreciate you. So the third question is, here we go.
How do you deal with moments when your personal goal conflicts with your business priority? Because
mhm.
we all are working full time. We have our families, and sometimes we're trying to juggle. But I know that for us, the beauty, like Heidi was saying, we have the automation, we have the flexibility because we are our own boss, our own business owners. We determine, and we cannot try to fit family with the business. So, with that, say, Heidi, how do you deal with that when you have those conflicting priorities?
I will, like take a step back, and I
Mhm.
think I would reassess the situation, and restart, refocus, and I will, just to check and remind myself, instead of being frustrated or upset about it, I would always go back to my why, because my personal goals is my that's where my why I'm doing the business. So I will always go back to that and incorporate it. Okay, this is why I'm doing this, because of this. It's always going back to why. What's the main reason why you're doing this business, and why are you doing your goals? It's not for anyone else, but it's for yourself. So always start with your own why, and yourself, doing start go back to yourself. It's go back, because that's always a self-care. Always take care of yourself before you go and do attend more. It's better to focus on yourself, reassess, and yeah, that's I think that is always when I'm doing is I always step back, and then okay, take a breather. This is my why. Remind my why. I pray, I worship, and just to take those burdens and struggles away, and feel refreshed and go back at it again. Yeah, I
Wow,
think that's
that's
yeah.
good.
True.
Because I think that sometimes you need that, kind of stepping away, kind of like I like to say, just go for a walk, smell the roses, take a deep
Yeah.
breath, and then you come back and say, okay, let me refocus and let me see how I can manage this. And then relax. How
That
about
was
you,
the word I
Elizabeth?
was focused. That was the word I
Yeah.
was looking for, is refocus.
Yeah. Refocus.
Yes.
And you know what? This would always happen, right? There are always things that we plan that at the beginning of the year was fine and it was actually working. And then, a few months after you realize there's a lot of conflicts that come up, it's
Mhm.
always okay to change your plan. It's
Mhm.
always okay to change your goal. Just like Haiti said, that she steps back and she reassess, right? And if there are things you planned in January that doesn't work in March anymore, remove it. It's
Yes.
not. It is actually something that's going to be better for you and for your family. And as Haiti said, it's really important to go back to the reason why did you start this business in the
Mhm.
first place? What was
Yes.
your goal? What was your plan? What did you want to achieve? What was the
Yes.
reason why you started it? And if that plan of yours and if that goal is hindering, or blocking the way
Mhm.
from you achieving that goal instead of uh, propelling you forward. Wow, I'm so highfalutin today.
Yeah.
Instead of,
Propelling.
yeah, propelling
Push.
me forward, right? Then it's not working for you. Then,
Yeah.
just remove it and replace it. It's okay to change the plan. It's okay to change the goal
Mhm.
because at the end of the day, you always go back to your why, just like Hades saying, why did you start the business and what did you want to achieve in the first place? And just focus on, right? And of course, the most important thing is to always commit. our plans to the Lord,
To the Lord.
because
Mhm.
He's the one who's going to confirm it. He's the one who's going to establish it. And better yet, ask Him what His plan is for us for this year, right? And then ask Him to someone, a good friend who lives in the same area, you know who this person is, mentioned this and it actually stuck in my brain. Ask God what His plan is for your life, and then ask Him to take you along with His plan for you.
Oh, that's
Instead of, oh,
beautiful.
this
Yeah,
is
that's
my
good.
plan. Yeah, make it work. He's not a vending machine. So
Yes.
before I turn it over to you, Veronica. Hi, Josephine. Hello,
Hi,
hello.
Josephine. Thank you for
Thank you for
watching.
watching. Okay, I'm done, Veronica. Over to you.
It's okay. So I think that some what is it? I lost the thought process, but let me
Sorry.
your personal goals conflicting with your business priority. I think that what we need to do is kind of plan ahead. For me, I like to kind of plan, and I always leave that wiggle room or
Mhm.
incorporate, like, my personal goals in alignment with my business. Can I combine them? When I go and do, if let's say for a walk, can I take some photos? Can I take some pictures that I incorporate into the business? So finding that balance of your personal goals, but sometimes we do have to adjust. And
Mhm.
sometimes, let's say, for example, there are family emergency, or personal goals that you have to attend. And you just readjust your goals, like Elizabeth was saying. And just to be sure that even what Heidi was saying is, why are you doing your business? Or what is your why? Do I want to sleep, or can I incorporate that a little, maybe give a half an hour of my sleep and dedicate it to my business without jeopardizing my family time? Because one of the reasons I started my digital business is I want to have that balance, and I want my family to be the priority,
Mhm.
because for many years I sacrificed them. Always work was the priority, family last. And that's why I love this business, because I can incorporate uh, the business while I'm doing family activities.
Mhm.
And that's what attracted me to this. So with that said, Elizabeth, do we have another question, or you just want, or who wants to volunteer to invite our users?
I can start. If you guys have any question, we always welcome question, right? If you're curious of what we do, what is digital business, what is social marketing, all those jargons that we mentioned here,
Mm.
please don't hesitate to send us a message. We love to be able to answer or respond to your questions so that you can have more informed decision, right? And also, if you want to learn more, we do have a complimentary live webinar, where we have different business owners talk about their experience, why did they start their own digital business, and where they are at in their journey, what they love about it, what they enjoy about it. We also talk about the basic pillars of how to start a digital business in that webinar. So you would definitely learn more and find out if it is something that's going to work for you or not. Right, Heidi?
Yes. Yes, and don't hesitate or don't be shy, because we've been there. We've been at where you are right now. I know you're. If you're curious, don't just take that action. Send us a message and ask questions. We are very very much happy to answer your questions. And yes, we have our live webinar. It's every Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's 5 p.m. PST and 8 p.m. EST there. So yes, and then you can always watch the reply at your own convenience, and you can really learn a lot from it. So just it's free. Yeah, it's really free. You don't all you have to do is sign up, and that's it.
Thank you, thank you. And I think that, I hope that this live chat that we have about goal settings It's just to remind everybody that when you set those goals, set them objectively and don't start to have a goal that is so big that you cannot accomplish it. You may have your long term goals, but little goals in baby steps. What can I do today? Then tomorrow, then the next day. Can I slowly until you build that? And
Mhm.
then, like Elizabeth was saying, sometimes you have to scratch that. Maybe I was too aggressive on this goal. Maybe I need to be more objective. Can I really exercise or run a 10K? No, I cannot. So let me start first walking the first month. Can I build my walking endurance? And then gradually, but have those goals that is going to work for you and and be objective on your goals and learn your limitations as well, whether is that is you have your family goals oriented around your family, your personal goals, your professional goals, your business goal. Kind of have a plan in place. And the beauty is that guess what is your goals, so you can always redo them, and don't feel bad because you're trying to reach those goals. And just by you trying is already a win because you want to make a change. Anything else, my lovely friends, that you want to share? Or
Oh, I just wanna before we actually miss anything, is if you're thinking of watching that live webinar, don't forget, you only need to sign up with your full name and a valid email address. Okay, and we have our websites here up on the screen, so you can sign up on any website that you want, and you can save your spot so that you don't miss it. And please send us a message if you do have any questions. We'd love to help you out.
so, with that said, we just want to wish everybody a wonderful and a lovely evening. Enjoy the weekend with your loved ones and just breathe. Sometimes it's good to just go for a walk and take some fresh air.
Yes.
Okay? So, with that said, good night, everyone, and we'll see you again next week. Have a
Have a
Good
good
wonderful and a
weekend,
lovely night.
everybody.
night.
God bless you guys.
Bye. God
Bye.
bless you.
Shabbat
Bye.
shalom.